ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
Hi, my name's Adele.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Issa. You're listening to State of the Pod, where science meets society.
Today, we are going to cover what ASMR is, how it operates, the money behind it, and how it has risen to popularity.
ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. As medical as that sounds, it's not actually an accurate medical name, and it doesn't signify anything. We will refer to this phenomenon as ASMR, as that's how it's referred to in pop culture, but understand it's more of a slang term than medical.
It has been described as a tingly sensation that often begins in the scalp and can travel down the neck, arms, and sometimes someone's entire body, like a shiver. Most people describe it as a relaxing feeling, and many use it to fall asleep at night or simply to relax.
Not everyone gets ASMR, and there's a varying degree of sensation among those who do experience tingles. Scientific research has yet to show how ASMR works and exactly what causes it.
However, there's a widely understood list of triggers, which are specific sounds that elicit the tingly sensation. Some of these triggers include whispers, tapping, breathing, and crackling sounds. fMRI studies have shown that the neural pathways triggered when an individual is undergoing an ASMR response are slightly different than those of people who do not feel ASMR tingles.
This research is still very young, and little is yet to be understood about how widespread these differences are, mainly because all of the studies have used a small sample size, typically less than 20, and no large-scale studies have been done.
Some things that are known about ASMR include the fact that some have reported that the intensity of triggers can go down if they listen to ASMR too often.
How did you guys get into ASMR?
I came across it around 7 years ago when I was in middle school, and I discovered YouTuber Gentle Whispering's videos and began listening to her ASMR every night to fall asleep. Today, I listen to it less often, but I will still feel tingles randomly in my daily life, which remind me the sensation exists.
Ooh, sounds really exciting. What was your favorite trigger?
It would have to be tapping. More specifically, tapping on hard surfaces like wood or glass. I don't really know why that's the case, but I just kind of discovered it by listening to various different types of ASMR and eventually coming across a sound that consistently gave me tingles. How did you guys find it?
So I love watching YouTube videos, so I've always known about it, but I never really gave it a chance. One lazy night this summer, a TikTok live stream popped up on my For You page where Livy Love ASMR was pretending to do your makeup. It seemed so outlandish that I checked it out. Something about the combined visual aspect of the swoosh of the mascara brush with the light bristle sound gave me this deep, relaxing sensation. I absolutely loved it and continue to watch it at night throughout the summer.
That does sound very calming.
You know, I agree. I've also felt tingles when there's a sound combined with some sort of visual that's also relaxing. I think there may be a visual aspect to ASMR as well, but I digress. However, I do think that most people come across ASMR similar to how you and I did, completely by accident, but then coming back when we find out we can feel tingles.
Who knows, maybe one day we'll have an episode on the visual aspect of ASMR. But you see, my experience with it was quite different. My experience came mainly through the experiment I completed, more on that later, but I was not too familiar with it before. Of course, I had seen it around TikTok and, of course, YouTube, where it has a very strong following. Still, I did always wonder where the attraction to it came from, and from hearing what you guys were saying, it seems like there's a level of comfort that people get from just listening to ASMR.
Definitely when I'm listening to ASMR, it's kind of like a comforting feeling, like someone's giving me a big hug and tucking me into bed like our mothers did as we were kids. Whether you've seen it or not, ASMR is a fascinating genre that kind of exists in its own bubble as we all ran into it. Hopefully today we can show our audience a little peek behind the curtain at this unique medium. So where did ASMR come from?
Imagine what the internet looked like in 2007. Emojis were pixelated, people posted to Facebook walls, and we were
Yikes.
still in the era of MySpace. The first mention of the feeling associated with ASMR was in the online chat forum steadyhealth.com in 2007. Now, that's over 15 years ago.
That is a long time ago. The idea of ASMR began to grow as others who shared similar experiences began to talk about it and relate over it online. In 2009, the first ASMR video was uploaded by YouTuber Whispering Life before the phenomenon had even ever been named. ASMR was coined in 2010 by Jennifer Allen, who also made a Facebook group dedicated to finding out more about the new discovery.
ASMR's popularity grew steadily as more people discovered it could also happen to them. ASMR really shot to fame around 2011 when YouTuber Gentle Whispering, as Issa mentioned, began uploading ASMR videos that really blew up.
Her use of a wide variety of triggers and a unique role-playing skit caught the attention of a lot of people, and she quickly became the most popular ASMR artist on the platform, a term she coined herself. What an impact.
Now, today, it is a well-known sensation in popular media that has funded the growth of multiple YouTube channels with millions of subscribers. More in-depth scientific research seeking to understand exactly what it is and what it does is underway.
The tingly feeling we get from ASMR might have been around for centuries, but the modern sensation, pun intended, was born and raised on the internet. Since its start, YouTube has grown to profit share with its creators, and the money available to top ASMR creators is endless.
The most popular ASMR YouTuber today is Hongyu ASMR, who has over 14.1 million subscribers and averages almost 1 million views a month.
That is crazy. ASMR has become extremely popular in South Korea, where a new form of ASMR called mukbang has originated. Mukbang translates to food room/show, and this consists of ASMR artists eating a wide variety of foods in front of a microphone and a camera.
Many watch mukbangs for companionship while eating, but others tune in for the satisfying and extreme sounds.
Ad rates on YouTube can heavily vary, depending on the YouTuber's subscriber base and relationship with YouTube. But the average pay rate is between $3 to $5 per 1,000 video views. Although it doesn't seem like much, views can add up quickly.
ASMR Darling's most popular YouTube video has 38 million views. At the top YouTube ad rate, that's $684,000 for a single video. Gentle Whispering recently reached 1 billion total views.
Whoa.
So it is likely she has seen some considerable wealth as well.
That's a massive number.
I can't imagine that money.
Exactly.
On other platforms, such as TikTok Live, creators are gifted in-app and sometimes have their Venmo and Cash App linked for their loyal fans to send it directly. For this episode, I watched a TikTok Live of Noah Knows ASMR, and within 30 minutes, he had his biggest gifting day ever. His top 3 viewers gave him 30,000 coins, 15,000, and 13,000. At a rate of 65 coins to $1, that was $892.
No way.
Jeez.
Noah literally stood up in utter shock, stopping his ASMR, what everyone was there for, at the barrage of money.
I would too.
Same.
My jaw dropped. This was a considerable amount for the TikTok platform, and it shows that users are willing to pay for this content rather than passively through ads. It's crazy to think about the money available to these influencers as we laid out. But when you may be someone's only way to be lulled to sleep, people could be grateful with their money. Since ASMR has such a loyal fan base, we decided to test it out for ourselves.
So I did a little experiment, and I listened to popular ASMR triggers for a whole week to see if they helped me fall asleep at night. I found YouTube videos that featured each trigger, and I played them out loud on my speaker when I got in bed. These triggers included thunderstorm sounds, tapping, whispering, crinkling sounds, head massages, keyboard typing, and page turning.
Cool.
Every night, I would play a YouTube video relating to the ASMR topic of the day on my speaker as soon as I got in bed.
What did you find out? What did you think of it?
So, from my experience, the ASMR had little to no effect on either how fast I fell asleep or the quality of my sleep. I did discover a new favorite trigger though. I hadn't realized that typing on a keyboard also gave me tingles. But only
Interesting.
some keyboards gave me tingles, not all of them. And I'm not sure why that's the case, but I found it interesting.
Definitely. There's so many different varieties. You got a typewriter, a laptop.
Exactly.
That's really cool. The other day I noticed that when people were typing behind me in class, it was actually giving me tingles. It seems that you can experience ASMR in real life. I know I get shivers from nails on a chalkboard or that typing, but ASMR artists have concentrated it to give you one fall swoop of tingles. Most triggers are based in reality. I mean, they're real objects, but sometimes these scenarios can be way out of what you would normally experience.
I did a similar experiment to Issa, except I focused mostly on sounds with negative connotations, such as intense or fast chewing and nails on a chalkboard. I did this for about 10 minutes a day for a period of 1 week, and I recorded how I felt before and after listening to these sounds per each session. I felt quite uneasy anytime I would listen to these sounds, and I actually found that when I tried going to bed that night, I found it way harder to sleep even though I had listened to them hours earlier. By the end of the week, I was clenching my toes anytime I had to listen to these sounds, and it was definitely not the most enjoyable experience. Overall, 5 out of 10 because I learned something new from it, but ASMR obviously does have its negative effects.
Yeah, that does not sound very fun. I would not do that. I appreciate
Thank you.
you trying it out for the episode. What was your final conclusion?
I think that there might be some specific ASMR sounds that people find enjoyable. Maybe sounds are similar to some other fan favorites like white noise, which I do sometimes use to go to sleep. The others though, like the chewing and the chalkboard stuff, maybe not so much. Either way, it comes down to individual preference and interests.
Maybe don't go seeking out chalkboard sounds.
Exactly.
ASMR is a very subjective experience. Not everyone feels it, but for those who do, it could radically help them or hurt them.
Uh-oh.
To me, it seems the ASMR industry will only continue to grow as we shift our entertainment consumption to an internet-based media where ASMR artists are readily available to you at your fingertips to give you a sensation like no other.
If you enjoyed this episode and you want to see if you can get tingles too, check out our YouTube channel for an exclusive ASMR segment.
This has been State of the Pod. Thank you to the Milstein Program and the Investigative Biology Department for our recording equipment and software.
This episode was produced, edited, and researched by Adele Williams,
Issa Chioka.
And Tiffany Ajeopon.
Thanks for listening.
Bye!